Did you hear some? Over here!
Oh my. Oh no. No. that's it for this place. I'll see you soon. Somewhere. Oh, I think I can get out here. No. I'd see ya. Hello, hello. I'm going to read a book called THIRSK, A Revised History. On the bank of Lake Falding stands THIRSK, a grand mead hall that serves as the home and center of operations for a most valiant clan of Nord warriors. Long ago, a small group of Skall decided to leave the main village and free themselves of their brethren's strict adherence to nature worship. They sought to live life as their ancestors had in SKYRIM, free to kill what they wanted, when they wanted, free to worship in any manner they chose. The group braved the harsh weather and traveled south toward Lake Falding, where they found the perfect location for a new settlement. There they decided to construct a grand mead hall that would serve as their new home and hunting lodge. After several months of building, the companions had completed the task and named the mead hall THIRSK. The settlers looked upon all they had accomplished and were truly proud of their accomplishment, but their happiness was short-lived, and the settlers soon learned that not everyone celebrated the construction of THIRSK. As the mead hall was being erected, so too was the noise and commotion of construction, disturbing an ancient creature that lay dormant under the ice. It was a tragic twist of irony, therefore, that as the last beam of the great hall was nailed in place, the slumbering beast did finally awaken. His ancient name was the Udifricht, though the settlers knew him only as Death. The Udifricht came to the newly completed mead hall and wreaked vengeance upon those who had shattered the peace of his long, cold sleep. He killed without warning, without mercy, reducing the THIRSK Nords to half their number. It was the valiant sorcerer Eldred Icelight who finally drove the beast back to his lair beneath the frozen lake, and used his magicka to seal the entrance with a great wall of ice. The horror was over, but the price was great. It took the settlers 2 months to fix the damage done by the THIRSK, and with so many strong hands now gone, it was slow and tedious work. Finally, THIRSK stood tall and proud once more. But even though the settlers had worked together to construct the meat hall and drive away the threat of the THIRSK, tensions quickly grew over who would serve as their leader. Most of the men considered Hrothmund the Red their de facto chieftain, as he was the strongest and most capable of the lot. But one warrior, Drengr Bronzehelm, disagreed. He thought himself most capable to rule over THIRSK, and loudly voiced his opposition to Hrothmund. Knowing that conflict and discord would only serve to destroy the new life they had worked so hard to create, Hrothmund the Red exercised his only true option. He swung his great axe and beheaded Drengr Helm where he stood. The Nords appreciated more than anything a warrior's prowess in battle, and Drengr's slaying proved to them that Hrothmund was indeed most worthy to be THIRSK chieftain, so that the other Nords would never forget he had proven his right to lead. Hrothmund placed Drengr's head on a pedestal in the center of THIRSK's main hall for all to see. And so began THIRSK's most time-honored tradition. Any warrior, regardless of race or sex, could claim leadership of the meat hall by displaying the most impressive battle trophy on the great hall's pedestal. So long as the spirit of Hrothmund the Red consented, that warrior would be named chieftain, Hrothmund's Bane. For 21 years, Hrothmund the Red ruled over THIRSK and its residents as chieftain, with his soft voice and great axe. Hrothmund brought peace and prosperity to THIRSK, but peace proved to be Hrothmund's undoing, for the mighty Nord grew restless in the warmth and safety of the meat hall. He longed for battle and adventure, to feel the frost in his veins once more, and could ignore the call of valor no longer. When word spread of a giant bloodthirsty white wolf terrorizing travelers in the Mosring Mountains, Hrothmund took up his great axe and set out to defeat the beast alone. The men of the mountains named him Onjage, the Fell Wolf. The beast measured as large as an ox, with furs white as new fallen snow. And it was said no man or woman alive could bring Onjage down. The words of the mountain folk proved true, for while Hrothmund did hew one leg from the Fell Wolf, Onjage devoured the mighty Nord whole, leaving only his great axe as a grim reminder of the man's failure against beast. Filled with sorrow and rage, the residents of THIRSK marched to the mountains in search of the wolf, called by them Hrothmund's Bane. Only together did they manage to slay Onjage, and his family they feasted on his roasted flesh. The following is a list of THIRSK chieftains since Hrothmund first ruled. Hrothmund the Red, Nord male, slew Drengr Bronzehelm and presented his head as a battle trophy. Ruled over THIRSK for 21 years, slain and devoured by Onjage the Fell. SKYRIM Whitewave, Nord female, slew the necromancer Hildur Wormheart, and presented his heart as a battle trophy. Ruled over THIRSK for 4 years. Inar, Nord male, slew the frost giant Gulag and presented his foot as a battle trophy. Ruled over THIRSK for 6 years. Jizzle Roundgut, Nord male, slew Inar and presented his sword as a battle trophy. Ruled over THIRSK for 2 months. Inar the younger, Nord male, slew Jizzle Roundgut and presented his stomach as a battle trophy. Ruled over THIRSK for 7 years. Gotgarar, Nord male, slew the white witch Katla and presented her staff as a battle trophy. Ruled over THIRSK for 2 years. Amelia Bantaku, Breton female, slew Grotgrar and presented his head as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 3 years. Thormer Stormkiller, Nord male, slew the brothers. Oh my. Slew the brothers Annie and Allie and presented. Slew the brothers Annie and Allie and presented their enchanted hammers as battle trophies, ruled over Thirsk for 16 years. Agleaf, Nord female, slew Odni, the unfaithful, and presented her hand as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 8 years. Cassino Aurelia, imperial male, slew the imperial hero Claudius Angion and presented his sword as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 3 weeks. Fraud. Aljar Bearskinner, Nord male, slew the imperial frog Caxino Aurelia and presented his tongue as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 5 years. Falky the Fat, Nord male, slew a pack of 6 rabid wolves and presented their claws as battle trophies, ruled over Thirsk for 3 months, succumbed to madness and death as a result of rabies. Savannah the Knife, Nord female, slew Greta the Wolf Child and presented her sword as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 4 years. Veneer Whitebeard, Nord male, slew 3 orc raiders and presented their eyes as battle trophies, ruled over Thirsk for 22 years. Skolder Wolfrunner, Nord male, slew the wizard Gris the Yellow and presented his head as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 3 years, slain in the Mead Hall. There is here a period of unrecorded histories. At some point, the Udafreak was dealt with once and for all, but the leader of Thirsk in this time is unrecorded. There were apparently several other chieftains who came and went before the resumption of record. The Thirsk devotion to oral tradition means these names may forever be lost to history. Gergen the Colossus, Nord male, slew Thol the Third-Minded. Gergen the Colossus, Nord male, slew Thol the Third-Minded and presented his brains as a battle trophy, ruled over Thirsk for 6 years. Babek the Stone, Nord female, slew 7 imperial pirates and presented their helmets as battle trophies, ruled over Thirsk for 3 years. Harknir Greenhand, Nord male, slew an entire grove of Spriggans and presented their taproot hearts as battle trophies, ruled Thirsk for 27 years. Joel the Intrepid, Nord female, slew the great beast of Elfark and presented its stomach as a battle trophy, rules Thirsk as of this writing. Expansion. The Thirsk Mead Hall is nearly the same today as it was at its founding, testament to the quality of its construction. But while Thirsk itself did not grow, its inhabitants did, and before long the Grand Mead Hall could not house all who wished to dwell within. So over the years, many Nords have left Thirsk to establish their own private dwellings out in the wilderness of Solstheim, relying on islands, many caves, and natural shelters. But those who left are always welcome back at Thirsk, and many return frequently to enjoy the Mead Hall's hospitalities. It is also important to note that although much time has passed since the group first left the Skull village, the Skull and Thirsk Nords have always remained civil to one another, and even trade resources on occasion. Relationship with Raven Rock. The Thirsk Nords hold the same relations with Raven Rock that they once held with the Empire when its presence was more known on Solstheim. A deliberate disinterest and lack of complication. Both sides remain happy if they can plausibly believe the other doesn't exist, which is not to say there's any cause for enmity. Rather, there is simply no cause for fellowship among these two very different cultures. Law and order within Thirsk. Within the mead hall, the chieftain serves as judge, jury, and executioner, if necessary. The reality is that Thirsk has always been a fairly peaceful place, with camaraderie and goodwill the norm. Solstheim can be a harsh home, and the Nords of Thirsk have long realized that fighting each other isn't nearly as productive as battling the island's bears, wolves, jogger, redlings, and whatever other fell creatures may roam the land. Still, there is the occasional disagreement, which more often than not ends in bloodshed. And every few years, someone gets it into his head to challenge the chieftain to a blood duel to try to gain possession of Thirsk. Generally speaking, the Nords of Thirsk are one big, happy, barbarian-like family, and like any family, they have their squabbles. The Ash times, since the eruption of the Red Mountain, the southern portion of Solstheim has been lost to waste and dark elf occupation. Thirsk sits just above the desolated area. No one happily escaped the destruction that fell over much of the land. In the years since, Thirsk has taken its role as haven all the more seriously. They focus on hospitality and on welcoming outsiders, whether they seek respite from the southern ashlands or the northern chill. It's a long book. Oh. Well, that's it for that book.